A brand new movie that just hit theaters. The film is written and directed by Osgood Perkins, who's coming off of last year's 2024 Long Legs film. This film is based on a short story by Stephen King, and James Wan is a producer on the film. The film stars Theo James in dual roles as twin brothers Hal and Bill. Hal is the lead character. He is the younger twin brother by 3 minutes, and he's trying to avoid everything in his life revolving around this monkey because when they were kids, they had this monkey from their father, and it led to a lot of deaths in people around him. While his brother Bill, also played by James, is trying to make sure that the monkey does something for him. Todd Thomas-Lonnie is also in the film as Lois, who plays the twins' mother, and the younger version of the twins are played by Kristen Convery. The film is an hour and 38 minutes and is rated R. Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new review here on Max Talks Movies. My name is Max. Today we're talking The Monkey. So if you're new to the channel and you like movies, TV shows, and stuff like that, and love talking about them a lot, this is the channel for you because I do movie reviews and TV show reviews, added theater reactions, a box office show every Monday, as well as movie rankings, which will include another one for tomorrow. So please subscribe, ring the bell if you're new to the channel, comment down below. What are your thoughts on The Monkey? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Are you an Osgood Perkins stan, or do you want to see something different? Let me know in the comments section down below. I respond to all comments. Once a week, I sit down, watch all the comments, so please comment. Also, please hit that thumbs up button, guys. That's how you support this channel. So I was extremely excited for The Monkey because I am a massive fan of Long Legs last year. It was in my top 15 movies of 2024. One of my favorite horror movies of the year, just one of my favorite movies, period, of last year. I've seen it 2 times now, loved it. The fact that Osgood Perkins had this movie set up already after the events of after Long Legs, I was excited for his follow-up to see if we have a new horror king now in the space. And I heard a lot of mixed reactions with this movie heading in, but I still was insanely excited because I heard a lot of people didn't like Long Legs, actually, and I'm someone who adores that movie. So I thought I was going to be in the same situation. But here, sad news is that this will probably go down for me as one of the 3 or 4 most disappointing movies for me of the entire year. Again, I was insanely excited for this movie, and this movie let me down a lot. Now, what I'll say is from a filmmaking perspective, the movie is extremely well made. You can tell Osgood Perkins is a brilliant filmmaker. The film is this film with a lot of other directors' hands could feel like a cheap streaming movie, but because the way Perkins directs the film, it does feel very theatrical, and it's my easily the best part of the movie. It feels much bigger than a run-of-the-mill horror movie because it has such a great filmmaker behind it. Also, the two, I guess, lead performances of the movie are very solid. Theo James is someone who I've not been the biggest fan of, but I found him to be actually quite enjoyable in this movie, both as Hal and Bill. And I can say that because it is in the trailers. Theo James, the thing I'll give him a lot of credit for is Hal and Bill do feel like two completely different people. And when you are playing twins, sometimes that can be quite tough to do. Because you want to make them similar, but also obviously different people. And while they felt like brothers, they felt like two totally different people. And obviously that's a credit to the script, but it's also a credit to James, the performer. Also, it's always great to see Tatiana Maslany pop up. Sadly, I feel like She-Hulk has kind of run her down a lot of people's minds from an acting perspective, but she's proven why. She's a very strong actress. She's very good in the limited time that she's in this movie. Very limited. Wish she was in the movie a lot more. And some of the kills are quite fun. But for me, this movie could have been a lot more fun if it kind of a lot more fun for me, but it was not. And the biggest problem here is the script. Osgood Perkins is the sole screenplay writer for this movie, and The Monkey is a short story that Perkins is turning into a full-length film. And at times you can feel that this movie probably doesn't have as many ideas with the material as it should have, because this film is missing a lot of big story and character beats, in my opinion. As someone, when you're watching a horror, even a slasher film, you want to care about what is going on in this movie. And for me, there felt like there were no stakes because I didn't really care about any of the characters in the movie. And a big reason why that was the case is because, in my opinion, the way the characters were written, and some of the actors performed it. I didn't want to really crap on any actors, but there's a couple bad performances in the movie. The no one really feels like a real person in this movie. The dialogue, the mean-spiritedness of basically every character, not just mean-spiritedness, but the very over-the-top nature. There's not just one down-to-earth person in the entire movie. Even the realtor who you see in the trailer, she's insanely over the top. There's just not one regular down-to-earth person in the entire movie. I think they were trying to make that Hal in the end. It just didn't totally work for me because that whole subplot revolved around how many times he sees his son, what he lies to his family about, what he doesn't. It doesn't make any logical sense. It does not at all. And the way the characters are written, some of the dialogue, you just don't feel like anyone in the real world would actually talk like that. Now, from a horror level, it was actually disappointing because Longlegs for me was the most intense, edge of your seat horror film of last year. And I remember just being anxious in a good way, watching every scene of Longlegs, the kills, the performances, the discovery of what was actually happening. Here, there were good setups, and then the kills would happen and they would kind of just move on. Now, partly that's the reason why, because you don't really care about who's getting killed. But again, in slasher films, you don't always have to care about who's getting killed. You're just here for the kills. And I actually found the kills to be quite lacking in this movie. The actual setups for particular kills, I was like, this should probably be a cool kill. And then I just don't remember feeling like, wow, that was an insane kill one time in the movie. I just was not like that. Some people are saying this movie is crazy. I don't know if I watch a crazy amount of horror, and that's why this movie doesn't like. I never felt like I had to turn away from the camera. There are some disturbing images and stuff, but I've seen movies like this go a lot more crazy than this. And after Longlegs kind of went there, especially with a couple kills and things like that, and the story they went for, I just didn't feel the impact of the story and the kills in this movie. And I wanted to start, even if the kills weren't totally working for me, I wanted to be invested in the legacy of the monkey and things like that. But instead of the legacy of the monkey, it went more for the family legacy, and the family was kind of unbearable for big portions of the movie, except for Tatiana Maslany's mom in the beginning. So it's a weird way what they went about it. It was not for me. I feel like I am going to probably be in the minority about this, but this movie really disappointed me on how, in my opinion, how bad it is. So overall, I'm going to give The Monkey a 1.5 out of 5, a 34%. Shocking rating coming from me. I was expecting at least like a 3 at the worst. The fact that I'm down there does not make me happy. So that's my thoughts on The Monkey. Just my opinion. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section down below. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.